is Chris from christopherhole.com. Welcome to this video where we're going to be looking at osteoarthritis of the knee stretching recommendations. Now, in another video, I've talked about exercise recommendations in a little bit more detail, which did touch on stretching, but it didn't look at it in much detail whatsoever. So what we want to be doing if we have osteoarthritis of the knee, shoulder, or hip, any joint that is affected, is we want to be implementing some degree of stretching. So obviously we want to stretch as part of an exercise routine, but what we can also use are types of exercise or stretching like yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi, for instance. There are other ones available, but mainly we want to be focusing on stretching. Now, stretching as a part of an exercise routine, there's a few things we need to think about. Number one is stretch before exercise. Hold the stretches for about 30 seconds. And if you want to use dynamic stretches, which are a little bit more they use more movement involved in them, that just depends on joint mobility. And to a certain degree, static stretching that you would do before exercise would also be sort of depend on the mobility of the joint. If it's too stiff, then obviously the stretch wants to be light. If you do have more range of movement, then you can obviously increase the intensity of the stretch, possibly increase the duration of the stretch. You may be able to go longer than 30 seconds, but that will depend on the pain of the stretch, if that makes sense. But again, we don't want it to be painful. We just want it to feel like it's challenging and stretching the joint more than just being painful to the joint, if that makes sense. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. Hopefully it gives you some insight into stretching with osteoarthritis. Obviously, do learn more about it. Don't just take this video maybe as gospel. Do learn more about it, and I will speak to you in a future video.